Andrea has made landfall near Steinhatchee, Florida, around 5 o'clock this evening. Now, even though Andrea has made landfall, certainly the wind and the rain will continue tonight in the southeastern U.S. So glad you can join us, Rob. It's been an interesting day with Andrea making landfall, and I think the rain's a big threat.
A lot faster landfall maybe than some expected, and also coming with it a big punch of rainfall, and that's been the big issue here. Not so much a storm surge. That really never was a high expectation, but now we're talking about rains that are 2 to 4 inches. Now, we're not going crazy here with 12, 13-inch rainfall because the system's just moving too fast. That's not going to happen. Latest advisory from the Hurricane Center said something interesting, that winds were gusting as high as 81 miles an hour. That catches your eye as a meteorologist, that's for sure. This has not become a hurricane by any means, but a fairly formidable, significant tropical storm with winds at 65. It's going to lose a little bit of punch, but still moving over fairly close to sea level elevations as it moves across North Florida. Once it gets over the Okefenokee Swamp, that area has recovered from drought. There's still a lot of water to pull up from that. It's warm water, so this system's going to maintain its energy as it moves up towards Savannah. And it's already producing still severe weather near St. Simon's Island, just to the north of Jacksonville. As we look at the forecast, it's still going to track right across parts of Virginia Beach. Do want to make you aware, if you have plans to be in Busch Gardens in Tampa, they are still going to be closed for at least half of the day on Friday, and many events up in Norfolk and Virginia Beach have been canceled for tomorrow due to the impacts of Andrea, which will be huge. Again, the system made landfall very close to Cross City, Florida. That is just up to the north and northwest of Cedar Key. This is a fairly remote area. There is not a dense population area up there, but still some tremendous rains and river rises. 3 1/3 inches of rain in Tampa, 2 inches now in Jacksonville, 1/2 inch in Naples. It's still coming on down in South Florida, and it will. So Andrea has hit the Big Bend, continues to move on to the northeast. We'll have the latest on where it's going next, and also we're watching that rainfall move up the East Coast, and we're going to have heavy rain and severe thunderstorms, isolated tornadoes, it looks like, for the Carolinas tomorrow.
All right, so Andrea, Andrea could bring flooding rains from Florida all the way into New England. So this is going to be a big impact storm with just the amount of people that will be impacted by Andrea. Very gusty winds with the storm as well. Also, we're looking at severe thunderstorms in southeast Texas. There has been a severe thunderstorm watch, individual severe thunderstorm warnings, and it looks like this one cell well to the north of Houston here is looking a little bow-shaped, kind of like a boomerang here. Whenever we see that on radar, there is likely some strong winds right at the surface, and that is why that one storm has been warned. Wind damage has been the primary product of these storms in southeastern Texas. Also, we've had the storms in the lower Mississippi Valley produce wind damage, also hail. It's been the tornadic threat, though, in Florida. Oftentimes, a landfalling cyclone produces tornadoes. It's just the outer rain bands, embedded thunderstorms, spiraling around that low pressure that often kicks up severe weather. So this is not too unusual to see reports of quick spin-up tornadoes with a landfalling tropical storm. So we have the warnings in effect from Tampa into Jacksonville. This also goes for Savannah, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, and the Outer Banks. This is where the onshore wind will start to pick up, tapping into that Atlantic moisture, and it's the widespread soaking rain that has a lot of us concerned. There could be significant river flooding up and down the eastern seaboard from, say, our area near South Carolina through the Piedmont of Virginia, including our viewers in Roanoke, likely to see some of this very heavy rain. Also, severe threat likely by Friday afternoon. Andrea will start to lose some of her tropical characteristics starting as early as tonight and just become a coastal low sometime Friday into Saturday, with that severe threat running very high with amounts of rain 2, possibly 3 inches, isolated rainfall amounts closing in on 4 inches potentially. And that doesn't stop there. Look at New England, Long Island, areas of South Jersey, 3 to 5 inches likely in the next 3 days out. All right, Rob, looking fun here in San Antonio.
Yeah, when it's hot, you head to Schlitterbahn in San Antonio, one of the top 10 best water parks in America. And of course, it is a great place to be in the summertime. And it was a nice hot day for Philip Wolf and company to be out there enjoying highs that were around 90 degrees in San Antonio. That's one of the hot spots in the nation. The other is in Southern California. The heat back on in Vegas, 110. Phoenix, 112 in the mix, potentially coming up on Friday. That's why excessive heat warnings have now been expanded to include Phoenix, Yuma, Las Vegas, and of course, Palm Springs and Death Valley. No surprise about Death Valley. Here's a look at your high temperatures coming up nationwide on Friday.